Kwame Dampare here and Rosemary Bako. We are performing a rhetoric caption, The Blame Game.
So I guess it was convenient for you to turn your back on the woman who had your spine.
Woman, you were brought forth from my side, created to support me like the gravity moon, striking moon that's the breastplate of nightfall. But when fear clawed its way to my heart, when he called my name in the garden, you shrank and hid your shameful body. Where were you?
When the prince of light found his way to your star, you watch him lie. I watch you sit and set like sun, you man of man. You can't even see the nightmare you have become.
I was there, standing in the distance, having a conversation with my backbone. I wanted to stop you, but he let that evil reptile with eye dancing slow with this it and tongue swift as breeze woo you down to think we could be wise as God who taught the galaxies into existence.
Adam, I thought he was my friend. Let me in on secret God Pinky promised the least not to tell. He pointed me to the tree, told me I thought I was missing, and as my faith in his lies led me to stare, I watched that became gorgeous.
But God is beautiful.
Adam, my tongue became sight. The fruit looked too good not to taste.
Taste to see that God is good.
God is a thief. He kept us from that one thing. Now he knew we'd turn our minds dead.
No, God is wise. Eve, can't you see? In our feast for knowledge, we have become fools, searching for wisdom in a mere branch that we forgot about God who has the power to grow us from dust with no roots. His mind is wide as sky, and we were free like clouds. By the silent sound of shame echoes the land, and the air of our father's curse cross across our conscience. The very river we bathed our naked soul is then because of you. What have you done?
Do not blame me for murder and name yourself victim, as if you are not Bob Ghost's skin.
You left me for dead. Did you forget the 6th day when God made you from dust? But he made you from me for me. He made you from me for me. While sleeping, he carved you from my cage bone beautifully. But with your pride of disposition, switches position and tried to lead. Took you to the snake without consulting me first. You didn't respect me.
He gave you authority. He made you the head of us, but you became the neck. I can still see the apple stuck in your throat. Adam, swallow your pride. You were supposed to lead me, yet I am to blame. Your wife, your Eve, the one who is not shamed once beauty the moment he saw her breath. Maybe I should noose a ribbon around my neck. Make a skirt of wrapping paper. Stop my natural naked chest with sleeves. Maybe then, these bones will be enough gift for you again. This flesh enough body for you to bathe in. The day you move God from your soul. Emptied your nest of glory is the day you begged me to take his place. Filled your void. Became this image of perfection to satisfy your insecurities.
God forbid.
Our sons grow up treating their sisters like sandwiches, stacking their bodies into one closer to wear as one flesh every time they want to feel alive.
Eve, please understand that you further prove my point. And that prideful organ breathing beneath your breastplate with no submission for your husband. And for this, your future daughters will not be quiet gently, but some will be loud as nagging cows, scavenging on the dead yolks of men. Their bodies, sculpted for God's glory, will become lures enticing our sons to sin. Woman, your offerings will hand over their souls to men who are not their God. They will kneel for value at the altars of men's approval, but that worship will not make them whole nor holy. Do you see what you have done? You have made this about you by blaming me. We are both sin wrapped in flesh, both broken creation. Stained glass windows with no shine, no sun, no light. We are both dark, imperfect, lost. We are falling. Wife, I'm sorry. Have you any idea how shameful my inside scream for not protecting the only woman I've ever known and loved from the stint of death? I feel like a lowly grave, wallowing in a walking coffin of a body, waiting for a voice louder than my fears to resurrect this scared corpse of a man I buried 6 feet under guilt. But believe me when I tell you, you are still the woman my vision sank to when I first saw you in Eden. Even if God chose to separate us for 1,000 years of what we have done, I'll write you every day faithful, and my letters will literally litter the land with love, my lady. But excuse me, if the blood on my hands still drifts thick with condemnation, I can only pray this venom doesn't poison our unborn son Cain. There's nothing but murder living under my jeans, and I would die if you follow in his father's footsteps.
Husband, forgive me and my lips, and the heart that led them away from the safety of your pants. The parachute folded beneath the bloodstream I left in vain. I promise, I will never try to fly away without you again. Your word is sweet, and I'll be fool to disrespect the tornado I was created to love. You mentioned our son, but remember our God. Remember what you told them was he cast serpent. He spoke of my womb and promised a seed will come.
The devil will strike his heel, but our seed will crush his head. Yes, we are dying, but one day we may rise from the dead. We are not hopeless. Mercy has his sight set on us sinners, and his source is our God. He will rescue us out of a sea of sin, like us beneath a drawing soul.
A rainbow before a lightning bowsprit.
He reigns. When the clouds crack their shell, our God will appear and show us his yoke is easy. And light too mighty for anything pitch black to trap our back behind that cage we crave. The way of escape is near. If we wait with hope, nailed to our faith, the truth, cross it to our burdened bodies. The light stretching like the arms of an horizon rising for all to see. the Son still lives. Eve, forgive me.
Adam, forgive me.
God, we try to be our own God. Please forgive us. Hello, this is Kwame Dampare, a philosophical poet. Some think I'm a linguist, yet a mathematician. In a system of passing, if I recall my actions, then words will be my factory and numbers will be my battery. So I'm doing two pieces. The first one is captioned Emancipation. Emancipation. I hear melodies from the oldies, harmonies that are scarce from our colonies, beats that flee through the heat of fingers striking the strings as the singers sing. The mixture of colors makes me anxious, but I swear, I know what pure grace is. We live in a world where the mindset is money. We kill beasts but ask for honey now. Why do you have to kill if you have the power to create and to sustain? The survival of the fittest mentality is telling our totality, and this must cease, because the art of life is like drawing without an eraser. Ago. Mr. Monimwa, me pesa me di etu monim. Some me yen frame enim. Na mini so any anima. Na mama me yen hwehwenim ana minim. Na ma bepem e o apimanim. Ene ensem ehyehyemebo. Enye se mabo. Na mo me esa me to mebo. Enye se amekwa kopie wa no mabo. Ana mpo kumase aboabo. Empenifo se nyansa e wo fie. Enti misra di machi bokoboko ne enko fie. Na me mo otrim nko fie. Na me nwia me nsem no otrim. Na dachi ebedi ho afo fie. Me nsem no mu odu. E mu oduo mposi nkwadu. Enti misra mo ma me ayewa na me mpoto me nsem no. Sa ma mpoto me nsem na ebia na maka no poto. Enti misra mo ma me ayewa. Me poto a metwi. Me poto a metwi. Enti me ka poto kasa mesa katwi. Emancipation needs our participation beyond any congregation. So tell the north to tell the south, tell the east to tell the west. The emancipation needs our attention beyond passion, else it will put us into tension in every section. When I wind the clock back, times when sunshine became dark, times of sorrows and pains. Ye drew a manfoa, near Kayanum, Titi Obika, Titi Obitre. Even as the day dissolves into the night and the night dissolves into the day, darkness seems to swallow light until the daylight stands so bright. Even so, the transatlantic slave trade arrested our ancestors' woe into awful sight, humiliated and treated as if they are allergic to human rights. They struggled to flee, but they lost the fight. Their thought and energy splitting by the white man's take-all guns, sparking fire and taking innocent lives. How can the fish be happy when taken from the river to the bare land? In our own land, we're treated like thieves by strangers. Taking us to unknown land, we sense danger. Vigorously, we're surrounded in shackles and chains, barefooted, trekking miles day and night in agony and pains, starved and motivated to walk faster by their canes, forgetting that the stomach is what moves the legs. No signal from this merchant to cheer. We're staggering and stumbling as if having no steer, shivering and quaking as if about to tear. In desperate fighting for our rights, some of us were killed by their stick-all guns. River Pra and wild animals took their portion. Others killed themselves because the lost sense of our hope smells like, tastes like, feels like, looks like, or even sounds like. What a relief from Don Consuo at Asimanso. At least our wounds will be washed and healed. Not knowing how our love path to zoom into another tattered path to the north, south, east, or west, we don't know. The die is cast, fit and unfit. Our ages are known by our teeth. Painful tattoo with hot iron, leaving awful scars, says us our identity. After all, our slavery was their priority. Crossing the rivers and headers just to exchange us for sugar, clothes, tobacco, snap. A journey to unknown land without baggage. The only language we understood was suffering bondage. But today we are free. We are free because the door of no return has metamorphosed into a door of return. We are free when some of our ancestors like Krista and Carson came home to rest. We are free, and this freeness calls for us to love ourselves, nature and culture. Let's eat Ghana, let's wear Ghana. Let's promote peace wherever we find ourselves. And we are no mebo munkaye. Said we are crow and minya kwaye. enti se e bom payo ye yi apayo ye mfa kro yenye na no ena be magana atumpo tweme so na mini minti na otwe ni otwe enam enya twema mentwe enti ye yi watimi wakame enfree emu na Ghana betumpo. What is greater than love? If you are me and I'm you, if my presence is your essence and we function as a local broom, kicking out our differences from our room, there will be peace and war will cease. Thank you. So I'm doing another one. This year is election year, so I'm doing another one, caption, peaceful election. Peaceful election. God bless our mother Ghana, a land where tolerance has always been the order. The charisma of peace is calling. The breeze of chaos and fear has now fallen. It is high time we took a stand in the pool of choices banned when the ballot boxes are mounted. My term, your term actually counts. This exercise showcases democracy. 18 and above with soundness is the legacy. Within this arena, don't just be a talkative, but practically let your vote be active, because your vote is your power. Let it talk in the election hour. Election is here again. Let's all join in a peaceful campaign. You have the power to vote, don't complain. Pause a moment over your life, joy or pain. Is it affected by the economy or development change? Then before you cast your priceless votes, don't be enticed by the politicians' quotes. Let the work of their hands give them the actual funds. After all, integrity is not for sale. Buying and selling of votes should not be the skill. Now to our politicians, in your quest for power like electricians, shroud thyself in the spirit of the Wildasians. Plant peaceful campaign in the illiterate and academicians. But most importantly, shun the threatening words that spark the logicians. For there is no smoke without fire. Let peaceful election be your flyer. If you have no vision, don't cause any confusion, for war is not an option. Unity in diversity should be the action. Though from top to down, different ethnicity. Love and oneness should be the core duty. It is true you won't vote for your side. Preach peace, make it clear and wide. For we have one Ghana, our envious pride. Ghana, Ghana, Mother Ghana. Our charming faces reflect loud rays. Even in our tattered clothes, our radiance penetrates walls. Indeed, because of hope in Africa, in every election, we stand as icons of peace. Vigilantism must be trashed and seized for sovereignty to take a peaceful face, because our forefathers have already set the pace. Let's defend the good name of Ghana in this election race. Peace changing into pieces is disgrace. In the corridor of peace beyond degree. Electoral Commission, you are not free. Officiating nod you have as a referee. Transparency and fairness must be your key, because with biasness will be lost in the sea. Arise, 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 fellow Ghanaians, and think. Tribalism within election will make us sink. But for democracy's sake, maintain the peaceful link. Youth, the future of our nation lies in your palms. Rifles, knives should not be your political arms. Flee from these grassroots boats, else you'll be used as a scapegoat. Applause to our media for program within the peaceful election encyclopedia. War can take us astray like Somalia. So peace and tranquility must prevail in every electoral area. My grandma, Auntie Amma Bawa at Achimbegro said it right. That Ayabatuo, Nanyadu Tuo, and I to Tuo, and the Alpha Croye, and the Asumye, and to Abai. Medamasi. Thank you.
Amazing. Wow, 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 wow. I love it. I love it.
Thanks so much.
You are Kwame Dampare, so I'll call you a philosophical IGP in poetry.
I am humble, madam.
Wow, this is
humble.
amazing.
I'm humble.
And arise, youth, and make sure that you are thinking.
Sure.
A tour, enye a tour.
Abato,
I do tour. Wow, this is amazing. And if we do not think for ourselves and we allow tribalism, we will sink.
Sure.
I am moved, I am touched.
Thanks
by
so much.
every word that you have been able to project this morning. And I hope that all and sundry will listen and abide by it. What I was touched especially was by the first rendition that you had with your wife. Now, what was it about? I know it's Adam and Eve. So what was it in entirety?
So it's the blame game in the Garden of Eden. When they fall, they were blaming each other. But the rhetoric is telling us that it's not too late to tell God that we have sinned and He is ready to forgive us. It's not too late. It's not too late to tell God that we have sinned and we have come back. We'll come back for Him to forgive us. Sure.
What inspired and motivated this?
Yeah, we are preaching the gospel wherever we find ourselves. So this is one of the write-ups that tells that as far as we are human, we'll sin. But when we sin, we shouldn't forget to go back to our Creator and ask for forgiveness.
Kwame Dampare, you and your wife are doing great, and I know that you definitely reach so many platforms.
Thanks so
now,
much.
which other platforms have you been able to reach so far?
Okay, so personally, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, yeah. So the name is Kwame Dampare there.
Right.
But if you want to reach me, then unless you contact me via WhatsApp or my phone number.
Please mention the number.
That's 05537182289. 05537182289. So it's not only poetry that I do.
What else
I
do you do?
MC.
Oh, right.
So by God's grace, I can speak 17 local languages.
What?
So if you invite me for your MC, I'll
17
doing the MC intertwined with poetry and your local. By God's grace, I can balance it.
Oh, that's beautiful, and I wish you all the best in all that you do.
Thanks so much.
Who do you look up to when it comes to poetry?
Okay, I have so many people. First three. Okay, I look up to Mr. Osu Gideon. He is popularly known as Jobless. He was my senior at the University of Cape Coast. And Gombila the poet. Gombila the poet. And I look up to my grandma, Auntie Amma Bawa. Last week, he celebrated his 86th birthday.
Wow, God bless him. God bless him. I wish you all the best. And please, whilst you're looking out for people to follow, make sure Apio Ashong is also one of the people you are following.
All right. All right.
Right. That is Kwame Dampare. Please, on all social media, make sure you are following him and sharing all that he is doing. Please patronize him so our local brand can be heard all across board.